So hello everyone, welcome to our and guys, welcome to your another important PIB session in which guys I will be discussing with you the most important news that are seen in PIB. So guys, when I talk about PIB, there are different kind of news that are seen in PIB which are relevant for the examination of RBI and NABARD. Now here the most important thing is when you talk about PIB, generally one thing there is a confusion in the mind of a student is which news shall I read? Shall I read the news from the perspective of phase 1 examination? Shall I read the news from the perspective of phase 2 of the examination? Filtration of news from the PIB is one of the most difficult thing to do in PIB. पढ़ना आसान है, ढूंढना उतना ही मुश्किल है. So with this lecture guys, we are solving both the purposes. We are covering the most important news that are seen in PIB from 23rd to 27th of March. Then guys, along with that, what we are doing is we are also giving you a list of topics which are relevant for phase 1. Then we will be discussing the topics related to phase 2. हर टॉपिक को हम डिस्कस करेंगे, उनके क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है, और एट द एंड इन सबको समराइज करेंगे. सो बिफोर गोइंग टू द सेशन गाइस, इफ एनी वन ऑफ यू हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ डाउट, यू कैन आस्क मी योर डाउट. ठीक है जी. सो गुड मॉर्निंग गाइस. एंड नाउ गाइस, टिल द टाइम यू आर आस्किंग योर डाउट, तो ठीक है, तब तक मैं आपको थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन देता हूं अबाउट दिस कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव गाइड बुक्स दैट वी हैव प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर यू. So talking about these guidebooks, guys, these guidebooks could be a one-stop solution for you in terms of searching a lot of things to gathering information about the examination. Gathering information कैसे, यहाँ पे आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा, starting from to know about the organization, what is the hierarchical in which you will be posted in the organization. Then the recruitment phase has been elaborated here, starting from phase 1, phase 2, age relaxation, the syllabus have been decoded here. What are the resources that you guys can utilize for this syllabus that has been given here? और इसके साथ साथ यहाँ पे आपको 6-step strategy भी बताई गई है with which you could strategize your preparation. So it's not just for RBI guys. You can download the same for NABARD examination and even for the SEBI examination. And the most important thing is guys, these are absolutely free. Just 1 second of there's a link that is given in the description below. Click on that link and these guidebooks will be yours. Now guys, let's talk about the topics of the day. So today we will be discussing these topics. That is, first will be World TB Day. Then we will be discussing about Nissan Satellite. Then we will be discussing about a MOU that has been signed with Wales. Exercise Conquer. We will be discussing about World Boxing Championship. India's Box Set CRM, that is related to GA first news tag. We will be discussing this topic. Then the two topics that I will be discussing from the perspective of phase 1 and phase 2 will be, first will be the urban infrastructure development fund, which you can see here, union budget recommendation. So we always say union budget is very important. So this is the thing that was seen, that was being announced in the union budget. So it has been seen in news. So we'll be discussing about that. Then I will be discussing with you about the pencil portal, which is regarding the social justice. So now guys, let's start with the first news. That is the news that is relevant for the phase 1 of the examination. The first news here is about the World Tuberculosis Day. So World Tuberculosis Day, it is celebrated on 24th of March and the theme is here is that is yes we can end TB. ठीक है जी. तो इसका प्राइम ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, थीम क्या है, that is yes we can end TB. और यहाँ पे एक चीज याद रखिए, we have to eliminate TB from the nation by the year 2025. So now guys, when I talk about tuberculosis, यहाँ पे हमने in the previous lectures we have discussed about National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, where this is a target that we are setting a target to eliminate TB from India, that is by the year 2025, which is 5 years ahead of the SDG targets. So SDG targets to eliminate 2000 TBs 2030, whereas under National Tuberculosis Elimination Program we have set the target to reduce TB by the year 2025. Then here we have discussed about the Nikshay Mitra portal, where the persons could join and help the persons to get eliminated from TB. तो उनकी help कैसे कर सकते हैं, निक्षय मित्रा पोर्टल के अंदर. So this is the thing that we have discussed about tuberculosis. ठीक है, तो क्या था टारगेट, ग्लोबल टारगेट है 2030, इंडिया का टारगेट है 2025. This is the thing that we need to remember from tuberculosis day. Okay, now day 24th of March, theme is yes we can end. So now guys, in the previous lecture I have discussed with you about the Sparrow Day. So that's why I told you, does anyone has any doubt? If you do not have any doubt, so tell me, when was the Sparrow Day celebrated? We have discussed it in the previous lecture just When was Sparrow Day celebrated? World Sparrow Day. It is celebrated on which day? Can anybody tell me? World Sparrow Day. It is 20th of March. That is 20th of March is World Sparrow Day. Then we have discussed about the next thing is World Down Syndrome Day. That is celebrated on 21st of March. So guys, these days are again important. Now this is how we can revise the thing that we have discussed in the previous lecture. Okay, ji. So World Down Syndrome Day 21st of March. World Sparrow Day is celebrated on 20th of March. Now let's discuss the first question here is that is World Tuberculosis Day is celebrated on which of the following day to raise awareness about the disease and explain it. So we know the answer here is that is option number D. 24th of March is the answer here. Now, if I talk about the elimination target here, elimination target is most important thing to remember from us is that is the elimination target that is 2025, the elimination target of national tuber or that is the tuberculosis target of India. Now is the guys second thing here. The second here is that recently the Union Minister of Science and Technology he has informed basically about this Nissan satellite. So what is this Nissan? You can see just from the name itself. Nissan is the collaboration of NASA, that is National Aeronautics Science Institute, that is NASA, which is an organization of USA, along with ISRO. So this is what the name is also suggesting. NASA, that is you can see here, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar, that is Nissan. So guys, this abbreviation is also important because the examiner might ask us the question on this specific thing also, that is Nissan. So this is the thing that has been discussed about Nissan. ठीक है जी, यहाँ पे total expenditure कितना है that could be incurred on this aperture radar will be rupees, that is by ISRO will be around rupees 470 crore rupees. So 469.4 exact है, but approximately it will be 470 crore rupees. Then guys, if I talk about the thing here, so here we have given the information about the frequencies thing here. So that if I talk about here, why I am sharing this information is because this is the thing which is not useful for writing the answer. मतलब objective में नहीं पूछेगा, but for understanding the thing, the question can be asked on these lines. They might ask you that the dual frequency radar imaging satellite have been launched. What is the name of the satellite? The name will be Nissan. Okay, and important is this. It will be the spacecraft will be orbiting in the sun synchronous orbit, which is around 747 kilometers. So these three things are important from the perspective of Nissan satellite. Now I'm asking a very simple question here that this Nissan satellite with which agency in the ISRO has collaborated. So this answer is very easy here. That is option number E. That is NASA. There is National Aeronautics and Space Administration is the answer here. So that is the answer. That is NASA is the answer here. Okay, ji, chaliye. Now coming to the third question here. Third question is about Ministry of Defence has signed an agreement with BAIL for two things. That is for medium power radars by the name of Arudra. Arudra, that is medium power radar along with the radar warning receiver. So this for this purpose, the MOUs has been signed by Ministry of Defence with BAIL. So now the thing as we are discussing, supply of medium power radars. These radars are named as Arudra. So that is the important thing here. We can see that thing even in the option also, that is Arudra. And the second important thing here is this radar warning receiver. Now here one thing very important is the things has been done. Ministry of Defence ने जो agreement sign किया है, it is signed on the perspective of Indian Navy. So this is the thing here. Sorry, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force. Big pardon my tongue. ठीक है, so it is Indian Air Force here, not Indian Navy. So this is the thing here. Ministry of Defence has signed an agreement with BAIL for the perspective of Indian Air Force, जहाँ पे अरुद्र और radar warning receivers के लिए जो है वो system जो है वो start किया गया है. ठीक है जी. So now if we talk about the question here, the question is very easy. The Ministry of Defence has signed an agreement with which of the following organizations to enhance the operational capabilities of Indian Air Force. So what should be the answer here? So the answer is, I think it is an easy to answer here. Answer here will be option number E, that is Bharat Electronics Limited, that is BEL. Now important thing is just for talk about Indian Air Force. I think ये चीज तो मैंने आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह हटा दी है. ये अब गलत नहीं होना चाहिए. Chief of Air Staff. I think this is the thing that I have discussed with you a lot of time. I am so much confident. If you are watching my lectures on regular basis, I think this is the question आप blindfoldedly answer बता दो. बिना सोचे, just without giving you an option also, you can answer this question. We know the chief of air staff is Mr. A.P. Singh. That is vice chief. Okay, vice chief of air staff is, that is Mr. A.P. Singh is the answer here. So that is the thing we have discussed a lot of time. Vice chief of air staff, that is Mr. A.P. Singh. Now guys, let's talk about the next thing here is, that is the maritime exercise that has recently taken place by the name of Konkan. So Konkan 2023, a maritime exercise has conducted between India and Royal Navy of United Kingdom. So simple thing that would be asked is that Konkan exercise takes place between India and which of the following countries? The answer here will be United Kingdom. And from India, these two ships have participated. That is Indian naval ship INS Trishul and HMS Lancaster. So these are the two things that have participated here. So again, let's come back to the question here. The question I'm asking you here is, the Konkan exercise has been conducted between India and which of the following countries navy? The answer here is, that is option number B, United Kingdom is the answer here. Now let's talk about the next thing here is, guys, that is the very important, if I talk about achievement from the perspective of Indian boxing or the women Indian boxing, is recently the World Boxing Championship has been concluded, where Nikhat Zareen along with the other three boxers have won the gold medals. So there were 4 boxers who were participating from India, and all of them have won the gold in their respective category. Now starting first will be the Nikhat Zareen. So Nikhat Zareen has won the gold medal. So guys, important thing for her is, she has won the gold medal under the World Boxing Championship for second consecutive year, and her weight category is, that is 50 kg. So now not just name, her weight category is also important. That is Nikhat Zareen's weight category, that is 50 kilogram weight category is the important thing here. Now along with her, if I talk about the other things are Lovelina, Nitu Gangas or Sweetie Bora. So these are the other 3 wrestlers who have won the gold medals. So Lovelina has won in the 75 kg category, Nitu in the 48 kg category, and Sweetie has won in 81 kg category. Now for Nikhat Zareen, guys, the second important thing that we need to understand here is that she has become the first Indian woman after Mary Kom. देखा जाए तो न्यूज़पेपर में एग्जैक्ट ये लाइन लिखी हुई है, she has become the first Indian woman after Mary Kom. तो कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगी आपके लिए, you might got confused कि सर first Indian, if it should be Mary Kom. So Mary Kom is the first Indian woman boxer. After that, Nikhat Zareen has now become the second woman, or you can say first Indian woman after Mary Kom, to basically won 2 consecutive gold medals in the World Boxing Championship. Now I am asking you a question here. The question I am asking you is, that is, what is the category of Lovelina? So what is the category of Lovelina in which she has won the gold medal? We know, we just discussed it. It says option number D, that is 75 kg. 48 kg मैंने अभी पढ़ा था, किसके बारे में था? ठीक है, 50 kg Nikhat Zareen, 81 kg is Sweetie Bora. So these two are important here. So this is how these weight categories should also remember, because here again the question can be asked to us. Now let's come into the next important thing, that is about the first news. So if I talk about this news, so recently the National Aluminium Company has basically unveiled or released India's first bauxite CRM. So what is this CRM? CRM basically is certified reference material. तो एक आपने सर्टिफाइड रेफरेंस मटेरियल लॉन्च किया है विद रेफरेंस ऑफ बॉक्साइट, ठीक है, that is the thing that has been launched by National Aluminium Company. So that is again, that is important from the perspective of examination here. Now if we talk about the question here, the question I am asking is, National Aluminium Company has collaborated with which among the following organization to develop a bauxite certified reference material? So किसके साथ collaborate किया? You have to tell me this thing. We have discussed it. It has collaborated with, that is option number C, that is BARC, that is Baba Atomic Research Center is the answer here. So guys, this was all about the news from the first section. Now let's talk about the news which are relevant for both phase 1 and phase 2. So here the important news is that recently the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund was seen in news on 23rd of March. Now why it is important? Urban Infrastructure Development Fund, it was announced in the Union Budget 2023-24. Now important thing here, budget, अब जिसने budget पढ़ा है, now it is a time here. If you have read, this might have been announced in the budget. Now the details about this have been released. Now, so this is how you have to relate budget to the latest thing that is seen in news. Now, along with that, if I talk about what is the purpose of this thing, the purpose of Urban Infrastructure Development Fund, if you see here, it is that it would be operationalized along with the lines of Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. So simple is RIDF is already being implemented. Usni base pe hi for urban government, for urban things, government is planning to launch the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. And if I talk about here, the most important thing that is, it will be managed by National Housing Bank. So it will be managed by National Housing Bank. That is the important thing here. That is Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. That is first thing here. Second point here will be, it will be funded through priority sector lending shortfall. This is how it will be funded, and it will be funded in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So this is again important. Urban cities mein to hoga, it will be implemented in urban cities, but under the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, this Urban Infrastructure Fund will be created. That is the important part to be remembered, because here an examiner might be playing with us. Now, along with that, if I talk about here, it says not just centers, states will also be encouraged so that they should also leverage their services, with the grants of 15th Finance Commission. So this is the thing here for accessing the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. States have also been encouraged here so that they should also participate here. Along with that, now this is an important thing here. Government will be making the fund that government will be provided will be rupees 10,000 crore for the purpose of, that is the 10,000 crores per annum. So 10,000 crore per annum will be provided by government for the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. So now here, if I talk about here, guys, UIDF, three things to remember that we've just revised. First is UIDF I talk about. First is manage कौन करेगा? National Housing Bank करेगा. ठीक है? कहां से establish होगा? The fund will be developed by establishing by using the priority sector lending shortfall. Third will be, it will be implemented in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. State governments will be promoted here, and the next important thing is central government will be providing rupees 10,000 crore per annum for the establishment of Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. So this is all about UIDF, guys. Now let's talk about the question here. I am asking you, which of the following statements are incorrect with respect to the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund? Now you guys can see the question here and just give me the answer here. First statement here is that it will be established through priority sector lending shortfall. Second is it will be managed by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Third statement is that government will be making available rupees 10,000 crore per annum towards the fund. So what should be the right answer here? Is it 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, only 2 or only 3? So what should be the answer here? Let me see how many of you have understood this Urban Infrastructure Development Fund system. So what should be the answer here? So I am seeing Nilesh, Sohas, they are giving the answer that will be option number D. And yes, guys, the answer is absolutely right. It will be option number D. That is only 2 is the right answer here. So it is not established by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It is established by National Housing Bank. And now your homework will be, you have to tell me in the comment box about Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. Who is the managing body of Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, and what is the contribution, where it is implemented, and who is the contributing partner of how much government is contributing under the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. Okay, so this is your homework. Let me see how many of you have revised that thing now. Chali. Now, next thing is about pencil portal. So pencil portal has been seen in news. So what have seen in news in the heading of PIB was that pencil portal has been used for effective enforcement of child and adolescent labor. So from the labor, from this term, child and adolescent labor, from this thing, simple thing to remember is it is implemented by Ministry of Labor, because here child labor ki baat kar raha hai, so it is implemented by Ministry of Labor here. Then now see the thing here. So here, guys, it was been talked about the Child Adolescent Act of 1986, which provides the complete prohibition of work or employment, and it says that children below 14 years in any occupation should not work. Okay, and adolescents are in the age group of 14 to 8. They should not work in hazardous occupation. Now here the important thing for us to understand is about this pencil portal. So coming to the pencil portal, it was launched in 2017. As I have discussed with you, see, just look at the abbreviation here. Platform for effective enforcement of no child labor. That is pencil portal. So when it is talking about labor, तो सिंपल याद रखिए, हमें child labor, we have to provide pencil to child labor. That is not labor pencil. We have to provide pencil to child labor. This is how to remember this thing. Pencil is related to child labor, which is implemented by Ministry of Labor and Employment. तो अगर आपको पेंसिल प्रोवाइड करनी है तो क्या करोगे? सबसे पहले क्या रोकोगे? सी, you will be first of all tracking the child trafficking system. So child trafficking system is there. Complaint corner has been done here, which complaints will be handled by district nodal officers, then state governments and national child labor project and the conversion. So this is how, these are the things with which you will be helping the child labor to in prohibiting the child labor here. Now if I talk about a thing here what will be involved? Center, state, district government. देखो हर चीज यहाँ पे involved है. Center is involved, state is involved, district agencies are involved, civil societies are involved, and even general public is involved, which means all and each and every perspective, each and every source of persons are being heard, are being covered here. ठीक है जी, चलो अगला आता है, it will ensure effective implementation of child labor and adolescent labor prohibition act that I have just discussed with you, which says no child labor should be done before the age of 14 years. Of 14 to 18 के जो बच्चे हैं, they should not be working in any hazardous job. ठीक है जी, चलिए. Now let's talk about the question here. Here I am asking you, which of the following statements are correct with respect to the child or to the pencil quota, that is platform for effective implementation of no child labor. Now see the question here, give me the answer here. The question I am saying is, it was launched in 2018. It was launched by Ministry of Women and Child Development. Then is child trafficking system, complaint corner, state governments, convergence are the components of this pencil portal. So tell me what should be the answer here. What should be the answer here? So answer here will be, that is option number E, that is only 3, because it was not launched in 2018. It was launched in 2017. I told you, labor, child labor. So it is not Ministry of Women and Child Development. It is Ministry of Labor. That is Ministry of Labor is the implementing agency here. Okay, so this was about your session, guys. So I hope you have liked the session. Now to get to understand, to download the PDF, guys, kindly subscribe to the Telegram channel. The link for which is given in the description below. Now if we talk about today's lecture, guys, so we have discussed, we have started from Daisy News. Then we have covered the important defense news. We have covered some very important news from the perspective of defense exercise I have discussed with you. Then after that, I have discussed with you two important news from the perspective of phase 1 and phase 2. One is Urban Infrastructure Development Fund, which was in the news in Union Budget, and along with that, the second was the pencil portal that I have discussed with you. So guys, now if you have any kind of doubt, you could drop me an email at hello@arutab.co.in. You could also have a call with me on the number that is 81462 07241. So any query you have, guys, you can ask me your query. ठीक है जी, and also share the session with your friends also, so that they can also take the benefit of this session. ठीक है जी, चलिए बता दीजिए, कोई डाउट है तो बता दो जल्दी जल्दी. Anyone any doubt, can ask me your doubt, guys. Anyone any doubt? See, Arun, for EduTap PPF course, you can drop an email at hello@edutap.co.in. From there you can get to know about that. See, Revers, what I will say is, for NABARD, you should start reading schemes from the month of January. Okay? At least read the schemes of past 5 months on priority, from which last 3 months are the most important one. So desirable coverage for NABARD Grade A phase 1 schemes is 5 months, from which last 3 months are the most important one. And for phase 2 it is 8 months, from which last 6 months are the most important one. Now here if I say that from the perspective of that you are referring, so because the notification is not out, we do not have any clarity with respect to when it will be out, when the examination will be taking place. So it's better you start from the month of Feb for better preference. But if you want कि नहीं थोड़ा सा और पढ़ना है, then you can start from Jan onwards. So start from January 2023 onwards. Start reading schemes for NABARD examination. Anyone, any other person who has some doubt with respect to NABARD? Anyone, any doubt? So I think guys there is no doubt left. Okay, so again guys, if you feel any kind of doubt, I've just given you the information here. You could drop me an email, you could have a contact with me on the number. So wishing you all the best for the examination guys. Keep working hard, keep preparing hard, and rock the examination. Bye bye.